We now know that UXers are problem solvers, and the way our approach to problem solving works is by understanding the user's goals, needs, and tasks in relation to our solution, and then understanding the information or content they'll need from our product for solving their problem. And then we UXers work to put the user and the needed information into a context that allows the user a low anxiety, high delight experience. Up to this point, this entire process has been somewhat conceptual. So what do UXers do to showcase their thinking regarding the solution? Well, after coming up with the conceptual solution, we move into modeling that solution in order to show it to others. Modeling the solution is an interesting term in UX. Many would claim that this is where UXers create things like wireframes and spec documents, but I would argue that the interface and specifications are, in fact, not the solution. They are not even a model of a solution. They are a way to take the modeled solution and put it into a view that users can interact with on a device like a computer, phone, or tablet. So what is modeling the solution then? Here, we see a model of the solution for a search functionality update on a sports apparel website. You can see that this solution gives us an overall idea of what content or information is shown during the process, and we can back up why we show that content based on the information we know about our users. Your solution model doesn't necessarily need to look like this. However, the goal is to be able to tell the story of your solution without showing an interface. Why? Because the solution is not the interface, and UXers are not user interface designers. We design for the experience. Now that you have modeled the solution, you need a way to test that with your users. Remember that UCD means constantly checking in with your users to make sure your solution is on point. The way that end users can interact with our digital solutions is usually through an interface. Thus, after modeling a solution, UXers will move into creating or facilitating the creation of an interface that allows the user to interact with the content or information within our solution in a given context. However, as a UXer, you are not always the one creating interface documents and outputs. You may work with a visual designer or front-end developer who creates the actual deliverable based on your solution model. It doesn't matter if the output is done by you, but only that the output allows the user to interact with the right content at the right time, given the solution you conceptualized. Thus, after you have something that a user can interact with, we'll conduct something called usability testing. This process can be conducted by you, the UXer, or by a more formal research team. Further, the process of testing can be done formally, in a lab, or informally, perhaps in your office. The important thing to remember is that you want to test the interface with people who are likely to use your product, and you are testing to ensure that the interface reflection of your solution meets expectations, meaning the correct information in the correct place at the correct time. We also test to make sure it is easy for end users to complete their tasks and meet their goals, and that our solution meets business users' expectations and needs. And this is all possible for the technology team to build within the time and budget you have. Now, I realize I've introduced some new ideas here, like the idea of time and budget. But this is what will bring us into the discussion about where UXers work, who we work with, and in what environments we solve problems.